Okay, I'd like to begin tonight's session by setting our motivation for doing the practice today. So as Geshe says, we should make our intention, our motivation as big as Texas. So I found this quote, which it's really a dedication, but I'm going to make it into a motivation, intention. By virtue of doing this practice, may we directly perceive ultimate truth and liberate in that second all beings from the great ocean of samsaric suffering. So let's begin reading of the text. King of Prayer is the extraordinary aspiration of the practice of Samantabhadra. Samantabhadra Karya Pranidhana Raja. Akpai Sampo, Chepe Minlam, Gyalpo. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manju Shri. You lions among humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future, in the worlds of 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. The energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all lives is real, I bow down. On every atom are Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of Bodhisattvas, and I'm confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer to you, victorious one. Fine dress and fragrant perfume, sandalwood powder, heaped eyes, Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in spectacular array, I offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind overwhelm my attachment, anger, and confusion. All these I openly lay before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here still training and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You are the bright light of worlds in 10 directions, who attain a Buddhist omniscience through the stages of awakening. All you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you may actualize pure nirvana. Please stay with us for eons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering, and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddhas stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of 10 directions, and all you gone to freedom in the past accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awakening as fully enlightened ones. May all worlds in 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas surrounding us gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remembering my past lives and varieties of existence, may I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then, following the footsteps of all the Buddhas, and perfecting the practice of a Bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission negativity and all that obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in the world, free of karma, afflictions, and interfering forces. Just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky. May I ease the suffering in the lower realms and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening, and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of being, showing the ways of a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine. With body, words, and also mind, may we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters encircled by bodhisattvas, and without pause or discouragement for eons to come, may I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of a bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilization, gathering limitless, pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Foreseeing this in all directions, I dive into a notion of Buddha fields, each know 3 times Buddha in the space of a wisp of hair, so I too will practice for an ocean of eons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the varied tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding I plunge the infinite enlightened speech of the Dharma of all Buddhas and 3 times gone to freedom who continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activity of all future eons, and I will enter into all eons of the 3 times in but a fraction of a second. In one instant, I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, and future, lines among humans, and through the power of the illusion-like stabilization, will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my guides, those lights of this world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who revere nirvana, final, perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift, magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the perfect power of awakening. Purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at their root, diffusing the power of interfering forces, I shall perfect the power of the bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds, may I free an ocean of beings. May I clearly see an ocean of Dharma, may I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities, may I fulfill an ocean of aspirations, may I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas, may I practice without discouragement for an ocean of eons. To awaken fully through this bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening practice of all Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times everywhere. In order to practice exactly as the wise one called Samantabhadra, all embracing good, the elder brother, the sons and daughters of the Buddhas, I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate just as a skillful Samantabhadra, with pure body, speech, and mind, actions of Buddhas. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri, for this bodhisattva practice of all embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause in all future eons. May my pure activities be endless, my good qualities boundless, and through abiding in immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless is the end of space, likewise limitless are living beings. Thus limitless are karma and afflictions, may my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of infinite worlds in 10 directions, and one may offer during eons numberless as atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and longs for highest awakening, gives rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartful aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha, infinite light. And even in this very human life, they will be nourished by happiness and all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they will become like Samandabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the five boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family attributes, and appearance, they will be invincible to vast interfering forces, misleading teachers, and all with three wills will make offerings. And that's Geshe last week mentioned the three worlds and concerning benefits related to cause, and 53 the topic is benefit related to the result. So I'm not sure whether he'll start with 52 or 53, and these are the last two stanzas on page 10. Have no doubt that awakening is the fully ripened result comprehended only by Buddha of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice. In order to train just like the hero Manjushri who knows reality as it is, and just like Samandabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication, which is praised as greatest by all the Buddhas gone to freedom in the three times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus, in this joyful land, the Buddha's magnificent mandala, may receive a prediction of my awakening directly from the Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions with a billion emanations by the power of wisdom. To even the small virtue I have accumulated, by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential, by dedicating this prayer of Samandabhadra deeds, may all beings drowning in this torrent of enter the presence of Amitabha. Through this king of aspirations, which is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wonders in samsara, through the accomplishments of this scripture, dazzling with Samandabhadra's practice, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings. Okay, now the preliminary pairs. Saji perki shushing metog tam di ram linji ni degen pader sangye jing du mi de uva idokunam dag shin la che pasho jetsun lama tampa kenam kichur kukala kense jujin tri jita zampe duje zima la jab gecherki charpawav to sell idam guru rata mandala kamiriatayami. Geshe Gelek is here.
Please have a seat. Oh, yeah. Oh, good evening, Venerable Hamullah. Good evening, Joshua. Good evening, Dan. Good evening, Elise. Good evening, Hen. Good evening, Jefferfer. Good evening, Carmen. Oh, both of you. Good evening, Jill. Good evening, Ryan. Good evening, Julie. Good evening, Domasi. Good evening, Karen. Good evening, Giovanna. Good evening, Michael. Oh, then good evening, Mary, Amy, Michelle, Lou. Anybody watching on YouTube? Good evening. Finish the King of Prayer.
Yes, we did, Geshe.
Very good. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chancho pardon dani chabzo je dabre chuje je besa namje dola benje sanje no bola sho sanje chodan soje chonam la chancho pardon dage chuje je besa namje dola benje sanje no bola sanje chodan soje chancho pardon dani chabzo je dage chuje je besa namje dola benje sanje Nice flower offering for all of you. Where we start?
You stopped after you explained all the three worlds, making offerings, about benefit related to cause.
Oh yeah, benefit related to cause. Looks like benefit related to the cause. Oh, benefit related to the cause. I'm going to make sure that everybody on the same page.
Shall I read the stanza?
Yes, please.
Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family, attributes, and appearance, they will be invincible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all the three worlds will make offerings.
I think here the Geshe refers to Janakaya, so when you think about the four kayas, four enlightened bodies, four kayas, Rupa Kaya, Sambhuga Kaya, Nirmaka Kaya, Janakaya. Janakaya is the omniscient mind. Omniscient mind cause, 32 sign, pages of Jeju, 80 marks. That's all enlightened physical quality, something that is visible for us that we can see. We can see. Of course, there are qualities, the internal qualities that you cannot see, but there's once you become enlightened, and there's like some physical qualities, 80 or 32, or there's something that you can see, okay. Read down to so now here in the West, you don't have the caste systems, caste systems, but caste system is quite a big deal when Shakyamuni Buddha was in India, and before Shakyamuni Buddha was born, probably the caste systems already exist. So still now there are some like, especially like the remote area of India or Nepal, there's caste system is still pretty big deal. So unfortunately, Gelek, the caste that Chamse is called Barman, Chamse. Or sometimes Chamse is called Chamse or Changsong. Just only speak truth. They don't speak any. They only speak truth. That's called Changsong. Changsong is just speak the truth. So that's the name they got because of their spiritual speech. They was always telling the truth. Changsong. So considered as high caste. Chamse. Gelek. So then the caste, royal caste belongs to, father become king, so then the son automatically become king if you're born in that lineage. So that's the higher caste. It's considered as like the good, caste systems. That you don't so then you achieve, like physical form. That's like a good-looking physical form. Of course, 80 mark and 32 signs. Makes like the unique appearances once you get enlightened. So then the color of the body, I'm not sure like what. Probably used to be like kind of like now when you look at the Shakyamuni Buddha's image, it looks like more like Kundo means like color of the body. Sertsoma means like almost like the orange color or gold color, something like that. It's considered as probably the best. Nowadays, not sure. Do the mutage so mambu sambochi melam de jumbo the temperature temi things. If you are like reciting, contemplating of King of Prayer, reciting, reading, even just focusing on one stanza from the King of Prayer, or using it as a daily practice, so then you will be protected from like do literally means like do. It's like in Sanskrit it's called Mara. Mara. Have you heard of Mara? Do we have Mara in this country or no? No. Then sometimes you see when you read the textbooks, you see like 4 types of Mara. So that's a little bit different than here. Even the word is same word, do literally means Mara. So even the same word here, do is a little bit different. So generally speaking, when you look at when you visualize the Shakyamuni Buddha, so left hand is meditative positions and holding a begging bowl filled with the nectars, and the right hand, what they call like earth touching hand gesture or hand mudra, earth touching or something like this, earth touching hand mudra. Good to know for sake of knowledge, Next time we can explain. This is called, it's above the knee, it's like touching ground. It's called earth touching hand gestures. Symbolize empowering four maras. So good to know for the sake of knowledge. Next time somebody asks, why write a decision like this? So then you can at least explain. It's like hand as a earth touching hand gesture or hand mudra, like that. So when you see something like this, not down, up, so then that's called supreme giving hand gestures. Supreme giving hand gestures. When it's down like this, then it's called earth touching hand gestures. Symbolize empowering four mara.
Geshe,
Oh, yeah.
I think you mean overpowering the 4 hours. Empowering means giving them power. So you mean overpowering where the Buddha.
Yeah, overpowering hand gestures, overpowering. And that specifically refers to overpowering on 4 maras. So there's nothing to do with evil spirit. There's no 4 maras. So what are those 4 maras? Mara of aggregate. Mara of aggregate, nothing to do with the evil spirit interference. Mara of aggregate, Mara of afflictions, 2. Mara of the Mara of death, 3rd. 4th one probably refers to some types of evil spirit called the Mara of some celestial beings are not very helpful, rather more harmful. So that refers to that. So did you have, like in English, what those called? Or you can simply say, in America, we don't have Mara. Anybody familiar with the terms? So maybe if any of you found, then please share. Okay, share. So the last one, Haipu means, I think maybe in the celestial realms, the female are not called Mara, only the male, sorry. The males are called Mara. Haipu, so maybe, sorry to say that, so that's the truth. So Haipu, so they if you are familiar with the text that composed by Lama Tsongkhapa, essence of refining gold, Lama Tsongkhapa wrote this text called Essence of Refining Gold, which is like 130-page traditional textbook, long, not like book form, the long traditional book, has 134 pages, something like that. In the homage, then you can see there's like Tebel Hage, 8 types of proudful, 8 types of proudful, as 8 types of arrogant, 8 types of arrogant celestial being are listed there. So one of them is Mara, one of those Mara. So anyway, no need to know details. So here mutek usually refers to non-Buddhist. It's not Islam or Christian, nothing to do with that. There are 8 different types of non-Buddhist theory exist. When Shakyamuni Buddha was born in India, there are each of them has their own theory about things, nirvana. There are 8 of them, so refers to them. They are actually non-Buddhist. So mutek, so for the sake of knowledge, so then 3 worlds, underground, on the ground, above ground. This is called 3 world. For the sake of knowledge, 3 world, underground, on the ground, above ground, 3 world. If you embrace bodhicitta, so you will be respected, and not just that respected, you will be like worshipped in these three worlds of worship, because the power of bodhicitta. Okay, there's related benefit related to the cause. So now benefit related to the result, benefit related to the result. Second stanza. Hamula.
Going quickly to the noble Bodhi tree and sitting there to benefit sentient beings, subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma.
Chanjup Shing Bodhi tree. So Bodhi tree. I think Elias, when Elias went with Geshe to Bodh Gaya, I think Elias picked up the seed from the that Bodhi tree that is in Bodh Gaya, and there are like 3 different 3 big destructions to Buddhism happened in India. I think actually Bodhi tree was kind of destroyed where the Buddha get enlightened, kind of destroyed. So then somehow people from Burma, because that time many monks escaped, some of them escaped to probably Thailand or Burma, Laos, where mainly Burma is the border with India. So a lot of them probably escaped to Burma. So some of the monks probably managed to bring same like Elias did, or who picked up the seed? Or Elias, some monks probably pick up the trees, seeds, same tree the Buddha was enlightened under the Bodhi tree. So that the tree was probably get destroyed. So then some of monks, they managed to take the seeds, took back to Brahma. So then they brought it back again to same place where Buddha was enlightened. So now I have, it is give me 1 tree, so bring very well. So another one's going. So there's the same, these trees coming from this kind of considered as a holy tree, coming from Bodh Gaya, same lineage, same tree. It's like seeds, it is good. So somehow it has managed to grow. So now it's growing very well. So, and so that's called Bodhi tree. Okay, Bodhi tree. That's called Bodhi tree. Bodhi tree. So you can look up Bodhi tree, what it looks like. Chanju Shingwa Tundu Tenyu Dos or Chanju Shing Ombu Tundu Samuju Melon Debabo de Nudu. Some melon Samuju Melon Debabo de Nudu. Draw and Julas, Chanju Shindu Son is Simjana Pembeji to Chanju Shing the Chimido to do this. Chanju Shing Chanju Shing Chongbu Shing Chanju Shing Ombu. If someone reciting King of Prayer near or underneath the trees now, which is like commonly known as the Bodh Gaya, where the Buddha was enlightened, managed to recite or King of Prayer, Chanju Shing to the Son, just Simja Tamjila Pembe to Chanju the Jimmy to so now here Mara refers to 4 different types of Mara I just mentioned, all of them. So then, like in the future, near future or future, the very person who's reciting King of Prayer with the reflections, so then that you may, through the will of Dharma, in the future. Okay? So that's the result. That's result because enlightenment, that's the benefit related to the results. Result here refers to enlightenment. Okay? So now we are moving on. So now the next sections achieving goodness, mundane or super mundane, both of them. Good, achieving the goodness, achieving like complete goodness of mundane and super mundane. That's what we decide, called mundane and super mundane.
I think you said mundane and extraordinary.
Oh, also something like that. Oh, mundane. Ramula, please, can you read this again?
Have no doubt that complete awakening is the fully ripened result, comprehended only by a Buddha, of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice.
So that's very clear, nothing much to explain. Whoever touch, teach, read King of Prayer, result is going to be enlightenment. One should not have any doubt. One should not have any doubt. So that's the result of touching, teaching, talking, reading King of Prayers. The result is going to be fully enlightenment. Those people should not have any doubt. Or maybe the result will be enlightenment, or maybe not. I should not have any doubt. Should not have any doubt. Should not have any doubt. Who said this? Oh, Bodhisattva Samadabhata, who composed King of Prayer. So, kaya sambuchi memelam de chawatan de tundaluna tiya namam de chanju chola sumni machichi. So see, that much benefit if reciting, touching, talking, reading, teaching, the result is going to be fully enlightenment. So you should not have doubt about that. So that's the advice, okay? So this is quite powerful, and also something to rejoice. Something to rejoice. Sambuchi memelam de chawatan de tundaluna tiya namam de samiri chanju chola sumni machichi. So this is very good. So, tane pajo ngowa duba. So now the pretty soon coming to end. So now here, Tani Paj Yosu Ngowa Dubala 20 days. Dedications or the summary of dedications is going to explain based on 7 point. Chanju Sambhata dedicating the likewise Bodhisattva. Dedicating the merit, likewise Bodhisattva. Dedicating the merit, likewise Tathagata, or enlightened beings. Jibata Tashi Pardo Chimbata Timbi Luyon Zumango. Jibata Tashi Pardo Chimbata Timbi Luyon Zumango. So that one, how to translate. Dedicating the merit able to practice the panchaparamita or perfections, 6 perfections. So then freedom from defilement. That's the third one. Pardo Chimbata Timbi Luyon Zumango. Dedicating the merit, living life according to 6 perfections or paramita. 4th one. Dedicating the merit for the well-being of all mother-centered beings. So then there will be, when you get close to enlightened, there will be some kind of prophecy from the enlightened beings, prophecy, either in the dream or in the visions or face to face, some kind of prophecy, where, when, how you are going to get enlightened, when, where, how you're going to enlighten, some kind of prophecy. Dedicating the merit, reading, reflecting, reciting, King of Prayers. Number 6. Last one, dedicating the merit, may all living beings be born in Abhidhamma Buddha pure land. The last one. True, fast? Make sense? It's clear? So now the first one, dedicating merit, exactly the way Bodhisattva dedicate. Okay, so then Tamula, please read this. Dedicating the merit, likewise Bodhisattva dedicate.
In order to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did.
So this is the part of the dedications of Kadamba Center. In prayer in Kadamba Center, we always recite this during the dedication. So now you see, once you generate a bodhicitta, you'll have all kinds of ideas where to dedicate merit, the best of the best, where to dedicate merit. Best of the best, where you get all kinds of idea how to dedicate your merit in the best of the best way. So we may not have those idea yet, but if you recite this stanza, so then you are dedicating your merit exactly the way Bodhisattva Samantabhadra name is mentioned here, not just him, and all the bodhisattvas, male bodhisattva, female bodhisattva, all of them, the way they dedicated merit. So then you are reciting this stanza and you are dedicating the merit exactly the way they dedicated. So then your merit become more powerful and you are going to have access to that merit till you get enlightened, not just, your merit will be exhausted. Or maybe you dedicate the merit for cheesecake. So you get the cheesecake, your merit is gone. You dedicate the merit for cheesecake. So then you get the cheesecake, that merit is gone. So you dedicate the merit the way the Bodhisattva dedicate, you will have access to that merit till you reach enlightenment. That's the unique about that, okay? So now next time when you see this stanza, now you know exactly, oh, this is the stanza that I'm dedicating my merit, like exactly the way Bodhisattva dedicated. Then you get your merit become more powerful. Okay. So now you see next time when you see this stanza in the Kadamba Center dedication prayer, now you know where it's coming from. First of all, it's a part of the King of Prayer, who taught Bodhisattva Samantabhadra. So now you know. Okay. But next time if someone asks, then you can, at least you can help them intellectually, you can help them, oh, this is a part of a King of Prayer, this is Bodhisattva way of dedicating marriage, because at the moment we can't think like Bodhisattva they do when it's coming down on dedicating marriage, because they think about well-being of mother sentient beings day and night all the time. So we are, at the moment we are not, we are not thinking like that. So now the second one, dedicating the merit, like wife Tathagata, same thing. Tathagata, enlightened beings, Buddhahood, all the same thing, different name. Tathagata, Devarshava, meaning Tathagata. There's a Sanskrit word. Tathagata means Sanskrit word. Tijin Shava, there's Tibetan word. What is the meaning of Tathagata? Tathagata means Lam Deva Nation, Lam Deva Nation, Devud Deva Tobala. Gone through the path and achieve the result. That's the meaning of Tathagata. Tathagata. Tathagat. God usually means gone. Gone from where? Gone from the spiritual path and achieve the goal. So that's the meaning of Tathagata. Okay, so now Tijin Shava, in Tibetan word called Tijin Shava. Tijin Shava means went through the path and achieved the same result, the result that path is supposed to bring. Oh, same thing. Okay. Lamra, you read this, please. You already read?
No, not yet. With that dedication, which is praised as greatest, by all the Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice.
3 times, past, present, future. 3 times, past, present, future. Oh, 3 times. Tathagata from 3 times, past, present, futures. So when you get very, very lazy, you just say, I dedicated my merit 3 times, Tathagata, finish. I dedicated my merit likewise 3 times, Tathagata, finish. If you need to leave, or maybe if you're in a hurry, and just say that I dedicated my merit exactly the way 3 times Tathagata dedicated. Short period of time, you dedicate the merit the best way. Dedicated merit, dedicating the merit, may I able to practice all the bodhisattvas did, particularly 6 perfections. When you summarize all the bodhisattvas did 6 perfections, if you further summarize, then 3 types of the moralities, 3 types of bodhisattva moralities. Oh, no, nothing much is quite clear. So this is the number 3, I think number 3rd out of 7. This is number 3. Dedicating the merit, able to practice 6 paramita and has freedom from the defilement. Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy.
Dan chive tuje jurban also dibatamja tan shesa des. Musum nawa thai the to ne dewa chi shindero dos. Ramuji mela dewa bo namshi tuche ba namshi chive tuche ba chive sana photo chama so. Tamjela parche chive legitimas. Imobitiba number mitiba. Chungsi yoba tamje tanya sambuchu nanan. Like the time of death, like say, recite the king of prayer in daily basis. So then, some point the death will occur regardless of where you live, who you are, how much you possess, how much education you have, regardless, some point the death will come. So when it's come, so someone who's practicing King of Prayer, reading King of Prayer, so that the power of King of Prayer will remove any obstacle, able to remember for King of Prayer, able to remember the quality of a bodhicitta, all of that. If there's any obstacle that occurs, there's always risk. There's always risk, not able to remember, mind become foggy, all kinds of things. This thing will not happen. This thing will not happen. The benefit, able to see the Buddha Amitabha, then able to probably be born in Sukhavati, in the Sanskrit word, Sukh. Sukha, Deva is happiness. Sukha means, Sukh means happiness. Sukh means happiness. Dukh means suffering. Sukh, happiness, dukh, suffering, Sanskrit word. sometimes say dukkha or dukkha, something. Deva changes, suggestion there of Deva changes. So this Sukhavati does not belong to desire realm or form realm, formless realm. It's different types of realms. Sukhavati is not a part of desire realm, it's not a part of the form realm, it's not a part of the formless realm. The watches. There was there's Amitabha Buddha's pure land. Sukhavati. If you know the prayer, the eight set of prayer that typically we recite when somebody dies, during the 49 days. So one of them is like prayer for Sukhavati. So if you read that prayer, so it's clearly there's many qualities that in that prayer. Then you see not very, very detailed, but you see the quality of Sukhavati realms. You see the quality of Sukhavati realms. Now, like, now number probably 4 or 5. Can you read Hamula? Just go, need to look at the time too.
Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures.
Because in Sukhavati, there will be teaching all the time. There will be teaching all the time. Even the sound of the bird, sound of the waterfall, sound of the trees, every sound is teaching. Every sound is teaching. So now the another cause to be born in Sukhavati is like reflecting or reviewing the quality of Sukhavati, create the cause to be born in Sukhavati. There's another way. Reviewing the qualities of the Sukhavati's realms, create the cause to be born there. Similarly, reviewing the quality of Tushita realms, where 1002 Buddha will descend from the Tushita realm. So then reviewing on daily basis, reviewing the Tushita realms, which is located into desire realm, but it's not. I don't think it's a part of the desire realm, but it's within the desire realms. So they're reviewing the quality of Tushita realms. So then create the cause to be born there. So once you're born there, so then there'll be ongoing teachings all the time. Ongoing teaching. Even the bird. When you hear the bird. So Dharma, when you hear the sound of the tree, Dharma, when there's rain, water, all of this, the Dharma, there's no form, no like harmful insects, everything's almost perfect, like that, okay? 개손인데 멜람 지다가 탐제 멀리고도 좋아서 대다 멀리다가 요소가 지제 심지 심지 편바지. So right now, it's all happening in the mind, It's all happening in the mind. Pachaparamita, Sudayana path. So then within the Tantra Yana, Kriya Tantra, Charya Tantra, Yoga Tantra, all there, it's all happening. Happening as it's not really actually happening, but it's happening in your mind, So then once you achieve once you studying practicing the highest yoga tantra, so then like generating stage. So then generating stage. So then actually complete stages that you somehow manage to send the energy into. In the beginning, sending the energy into the heart chakra is much more difficult because there's more not there. So first, you send it to upper part of heart chakra, maybe lower part of heart chakra. So then slowly, first, we just manage to send energy there. So then practice, then energy will remain there. Then again practice, then energy will dissolve. So then it's no longer imagination, it's actually happening. It's actually happening. If you are visualizing channels or drops, energy, if you are transforming that into some form of deity, actually it does become actual deity. It's not just imagining, it does become actual deity. So before that, everything, so don't think, oh, my point, why I'm saying this, my point is don't just give up. Oh, it's not really happening. It's probably not going to happen. Just imagine, just get a glimpse, just imagine that you are entering into the Tushita realm. Just imagine and create the strong tendency, strong tendency. There are, in the Vajrayana teaching, there's a unique method. So that's why it's important to have some kind of connection with the Vajrayana teaching in this life. There's unique method that does not exist in the Sutta and the path. Does not exist unique method, such as visualizing yourself as a deity. So that practice is not in the Sutta path. So that's why, the reason they say Vajrayana is a very quicker path, because all the method is very special method. That's why this path is quick compared to Sutta and the path is much quicker path, because all the method that you use, visualizing, generating yourself as a deity. What are you trying to do? Right now, I'm thinking, when I'm thinking of myself, I have someone or help someone who has all these problems, physical problems, mental problems, all this, anger, all kind of issues. Once you visualize yourself as a deity, none of them is there. It's just pure. Just pure. You're just trying to see just pure. Begin with your body, your life. Right now is not pure. All kind of ideas, a lot of them is not pure. So Tamaga Nashi, like has a strong belief that you're ordinary being, strong belief that you're ordinary being. You can perform successfully Tantra practice if you can get rid of that sense of normal being. So that's why you visualize, you generate yourself as a deity. Environment. Right now, this problem, color I don't like, so I don't like the structures. Maybe I'm going to change, not like that. It's just like mandala. There's nothing wrong. Environment is just pure. Yourself pure, environment pure. All the possessions pure, not pure. Deeds is pure, because all the deed is powered by wisdom, realizing shunyata or experience of shunyata. So that's why, and you have just pure thought, just pure body, pure celestial, divine, some form of deities. Environment, mandala, inside beings, dhaka, dhakinis, so deeds powered by wisdom, realizing, or shunyata, experience of shunyata, direct or indirect shunyata. So then all the deeds is pure. So that's why there's three unique things: Lu, body; Longje, possessions, possession offerings, all the possessions; Zeba, deed; Ne, environment. Tantayana practice, you can transform that from impure to just pure. That practice does not exist. The Sutrayana, therefore, that's the reason. Therefore, Tantayana path is much quicker than Sutrayana path. So now you understand why it's quicker. Because of these 4 types of practice. That's why it's much quicker. Then I'm not sure why the person First, Lamrim needs to have some understanding of Lamrim. That's the foundations. Lama Tsongkhapa states very clearly in the foundation of good quality, in the very end of the foundation of all the good quality, Lama Tsongkhapa states very clearly, we must have some understanding of Lamrim. Without that, riding most powerful horse, you cannot see, you have no vision, you can't see. Practicing Tantra is going to be like that. So having some idea of Lamrim, so then after that, so then receive initiations from the qualified Vajra master, initiate or give you permissions to study Tantra. So then Kriya Tantra, Charya Tantra, Yoga Tantra, the practice allows you to practice them. So then slowly, so then, higher Yoga Tantra. So there's a generating stage, you study generating stage. Within the generating stage, there's like two parts. Subtle level or the gross level, subtle level, gross level. Subtle level mainly for shamatha. So, there are in Tantra teaching, there are no separate teaching for shamatha. Why? Because just visualizing yourself as a deity. So there's a way to achieve shamatha. So therefore, in the Tantra teachings, there are no specific teaching about shamatha at all, because the deity yoga is way to achieve shamatha, deity yoga. So then, like generating stage, within generating stage, there's like gross and the subtle. So then some lama suggest should not spend too much time, maybe practice generating stage. What do you do in generating stage? What do you do? What is the main practice? The main practice is like taking death, mixing death with the Dharmakaya, mixing Pardo with Padulungu Sambhogakaya, mixing the transforming ordinary birth, Rupakaya. So it's all happening. So that's what you, if you wonder what you practice in generating stage main practice is transforming ordinary death, birth, Pardo, transforming into three kayas, Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Rupakaya, transforming that. So during that time, you are not probably able to send the energy into the center channels, but not through meditations. But there's some other way is possible. You could send the energy into the center channel, relying on some other method, not through power of the meditation, but through some other method, you could probably manage to send. And the generating stage, so then there's where now your concentration is pretty good. So then you're trying to send the energy from the lower part of the heart chakra, or maybe upper part of the heart chakra, entrance of the heart chakra here, upper part, the lower part is the tip of the organ. So then you're trying to visualize something. That's why your concentration has to be strong. So wherever you put your mind, now you wonder how in the world is possible to send the energy. Wherever we put our mind, wherever there's a mind, there's energy. Mind and energy goes together. You cannot separate. Wherever you put mind, there's energy. So therefore, upper part of the center, entrance of the center channels, or the lower part of the entrance of the center channel, you visualize something, dot, or like alphabet, or maybe some syllables, you visualize and like then you focus. You focus, then energy will be there. Then imagining pushing down. How we know? Breath from two noses will be equal. That indicates energy is going in. Energy is going in. Eventually, energy is going in because the breath from two nostrils is equal now, become equal. How you know the energy is remaining? In the beginning, it won't remain. You have managed to send, it won't remain there. So you practice, then eventually it remain there. What is the sign? Breath cease. Breath from nose cease. No more breathing, cease. But there's some movement in the tummy. Tummy is moving. There's some movement in the tummy, in the belly. When the breath ceases, now energy is remaining into the channels. Scent remains, then dissolve, needs to be dissolved. So then, when you can how you can tell it's dissolving now, it's energy dissolving. Now the movement in the stomach stops. So that means now energy is remaining, dissolving into your central channels. If you send energy from the lower inference, what happens? So that generates some kind of heat, inner heat. So now you see the timu inner heat. Not easy to say, but it's not easy to. So that heat brings down the drop from the heart chakra. There's a white bodhicitta called, located in the heart chakra, it melts. So now then experience immense bliss. So that very bliss will experience shunyata. That is clear light. That's clear light. The clear light cause illusory body. So then very close to become enlightened, very close. So then eventually, so then drops goes, heart chakra, throat chakra, bliss increase, tremendous increase from here to here to throat chakra, to heart chakra, to navel chakra, secret chakras. You won't lose, it comes up. So then the bliss tremendously increase. So then that bliss is not just ordinary bliss. So that bliss experience shunyata. So then like in Sutayana path, it may take 3 eons to create the merit to become enlightened there, so that's why that's the reason why it's called quicker path. Or just for the knowledge. What time is it now? Sorry, so much been said.
There's about 15 minutes left, Geshe.
So it will happen. It will happen to all of us. Not to worry. Don't ever think, it's not going to happen. It is going to happen. It's going to happen. It only happens in this body. Without this body, these things will not happen. You have to have this body in order to everything that I explained. You have to have this body. So now you see how your body is precious. Now you see why this body is so precious. What you can do. So without this body, impossible. You have to have this body. Naja come to the. So now see, you are not going to get enlightened in celestial realm. Impossible. You have to have this body, enlightenment, this body. Without this, no, I'm not sure why I say all these things. see now this create King of Prayer, thinking about King of Prayer, saying the King of Prayer, talking about King of Prayer, create the cause. Wow. So see, I don't blame you. Sometimes you feel discouraged. Oh, it's too far away. It's too far to reach. Yeah, I feel the same thing. So then when you read what Lama Tsongkhapa said, at least you create the tendency. Wow, that gives you inspirations. Yeah, I really want to create strong tendency much as possible. That's why I'm going to read, even though I think it's way too far away to reach. I'm going to read about bodhicitta, even though it feels like it may take many, many years to develop. I don't care. I just want to read. You know, Tantra teaching. Oh, I just want to hear. You know, even though it feels like so far, I just want to hear. I want to hear because I want to create the strong tendency. I want to have a lot of tendency in my mind stream about whatever tendencies that I can create in using this, precious human life. So then I will educate myself. What is Kriya Tantra? What is Charya Tantra? What is like Yoga Tantra? What is highest Yoga Tantra? And what is the generating stage? So what is the complete stage? What is the clear light? What is the illusory body? Oh, so then create has a tendency. Oh, go sungju. Even having a clear understanding of what is clear light, what is illusory body, just having an understanding, intellectual understanding of what is the illusory body, what is the clear light. Oh, it's very, very important. It's very important. Just having an understanding, intellectual understanding. Even though it may not able to develop, achieve this life, but having a clear understanding is quite important. Okay, that's the reason I'm just, just said all this. So maybe you had enough now. Maybe you had enough. Maybe so much said. So much been said. Should you stop now? Stop? Should you stop?
It's up to you, Geshe. We have about 10 more minutes.
Yeah, let's stop. Maybe probably as is a display more than probably you need it. A display for more than you need it. So maybe enough. So now. Yeah, one more class. Next Wednesday is going to be end of the King of Prayer, the teaching on King of Prayer. Okay, next Wednesday, probably the last. Oh yeah. And thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, all of you, showing great interest into this, wonderful practice, composed by Bodhisattva Samadabhadra. So somehow you create the karma to hear these teachings, requested by one of our longtime member, Julie John, requested to teach. So somehow this all karmically related. Julie probably decided some lifetime to request, so then request to the monks who does not speak very good English. So, so that's all this all happened. So okay. And then thank you, Domasi, thank you, Hamula, thank you all of you. Hamula, leading every class, then I'm not sure how much stress Hamula go through, trying to find the prayer, like here, there, all kind of prayers. And like, thank you very much, all of you, okay?
Geshe, are you going to also give a summary? You said you would summarize it or give the topics or something?
Yeah, maybe the next Wednesday, probably there's time, probably summarize. Summarize. You mean summarize the time? Next Wednesday, we'll summarize the time. Yeah, Samula, next Wednesday, there will be time to summarize. Okay. Yeah, so dedication to
Gewadi nu dudak lama sange dubgyune dowa chikamalupa dei sala ge pasho Janchu sencho rinpoche ma ke panam ke gyurchik ke wanyampa me payang gone gondu pawasho Jampe pawo jita kempadang kundu zampo deyande jingte Teda kungi jesu da lochu ke wadida tancherap tungo Du sun shepe gewa tanche ki ngawa gala chotu ngabade da she gewe tawa di kunkyang sampo chuchu rap tu ngawari. Dagi jine sape gewa di tendan do kuna gampe dang kepa jetsun lo sanda pai tempe ning po ring du selje sho. Kandira we korwe jinkam de pendan de wa malu jungwene chere zigwan tenzing yatso I shape site padu tengyu chi. Jonu ie nala wang shotu awatare tsembara sopa losange we de ton lek pel shok shasu gengyu rama sowa de. Tupsu jan jin jan gen gewe dancing kepewe kunze da potse choksum kurwele mun to do adok so do je kundu shapten show. Om taritu re soha. 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 Om taritu re soha.
Oh yeah, good night. Okay, good night.
Good night, Geshe.
Good night,
Thank you.
Geshe.
Thank you,
Lama.
Lama.
Chiche Lamala. Chiche
Good
Domasi.
night, Geshe. Good night, Lamala. Thank you so much.
Thank you.